by a drop key.
Why you gotta lie to me so much, babe? You tell me the same that you told what's his name. If it don't work out, I go back to hustling. Couple 100,000 up in my mother's name. Peace, what peace? Talk about don't shoot, tell that to police. Scared and underprepared, I can see. Promise I'ma get them comments before I decease. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm not a Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my jiggy, check out my now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
19.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Green 80. Tempo.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Spread left. Green 80. Front left. Mike is 59. Gotta go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves his sticks. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice script. You go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 24. First carry now for Jordan Howard. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now it's Wilson. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
There. 14, run it. 18.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Wilson will throw again. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Out out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, Trubisky. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A Chicago first down. The former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, they run with Howard. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now it's Trubisky. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Shotgun.
Now Wilson on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 42. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Graham. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Rumbling past the 30. Over the middle, it's complete. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Burton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Cohen. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Move.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let this one go deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 93 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Throwing here, Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Finding Gabriel complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a first down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, gotta go. Ran,
Trubisky will throw. Shakes off the sack. Steps away to his left. Forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Trubisky to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go.
He's got a man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On first down, Wilson. Evans has it left side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Ready for one word. Be ready for one word. Gotta go.
Now Wilson from the gun. He'll throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Don't take forever, okay?
They get it to him running left, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability, as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so, the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Trubisky to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Let's go.
Now Trubisky on first down. Pass incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Tackle was made by Joel Iyiegbuniwe.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Now Trubisky. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Quan Alexander in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Check 50, check 50.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
The kidder here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Quan Alexander in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now it's Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Back now here on EA Sports. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on her. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Zebra. Gun. Shotgun. Got it. Good gun. 4 down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had, but is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs offense continuing to pour it on. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Hey, gotta go.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On the left side, a catch by White. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
18.
On first down, Trubisky. And quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Cohen, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Quan Alexander in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
18.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand.
And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.